Hey y'all, it's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. It's early, but come on in. I'm just gonna pull you up. Maybe. Maybe, baby. All right, there we go. Good morning, my early birds. So I have to get an early start today. I've got tons to do. I've got to get to the nursery to buy some plants because the landscaper is coming tomorrow. And we've got storms coming. So I was like, let me get this live done. So I got so many questions yesterday on how to alter the board. So I'm going to show you how to alter it. And then I'm going to show you how to make another patriotic wreath. And I'm going to show you how to make a senna using fabric. Very easy. So hang with me. So does anybody still have the old boards? Give me a thumbs up if you still have the old boards. And because I'm going to show you on both how to do that. So I have taken a picture of both the new and the old board so that you know, because they are a little bit different. But I still have some old boards laying around, as I'm sure a lot of y'all do. Okay, so a lot of y'all still have the old boards. So the old boards do not have the holes in the middle. Okay. You got your kits yesterday? Yay! So we need to actually put more holes in the old board than we do the new board, which already has the holes in the middle. Okay, let me show you from the back. All right, so here is the old board. And if you want to put additional holes, for those that know how to screenshot, go ahead and screenshot that for the old board. And this is where you're going to make additional holes. So I'll give you a couple seconds to screenshot that. This is the old board. Good morning. This is the old flower board, large board. Okay. This is the new board, because it already has the holes in the middle, so we don't need to put as many holes. So this is the new large flower board. Not new, but the newer one. So you're still going to have to put additional holes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my wood burner on. Now typically when I alter these boards like this, I do it outside, because you are still melting plastic and you do still get the fumes of the melting plastic. So it can make you sick. It can aggravate your animals, and we have a lot of animals in this house. So I don't need any of them sick. So if you're going to do this, do it outside. I'm only doing it to show y'all how to do it. Otherwise, I would be outside doing it. Okay. So good morning, everybody. I'm going to show you how to do it on the older large flower board. And it's very easy. All you need is your wood burner. And I'm going to bring you down so that you can see how easy this really is. So just give your wood burner time to heat up. Welcome from Australia. And all you're going to do is literally take your wood burner and lay it on the spot that you want to make another hole. Okay, I'm going to take my glasses off. So, if you can see, this is row 1. We're not doing anything to row 2. Or to row 1, I'm sorry. Row 2, we are adding a hole right in between. On row 3, we're adding 2 holes. 2 holes in this big gap. On row 4, we're adding 1. And row 5, we're adding 1 in these larger areas, okay? So on this side, I have used a Sharpie to show you where you're going to have to put your additional holes. So just take your wood burner, put it right down where you want your additional hole. Now it's not quite hot yet, but it goes right through your board just like butter. Now you can see that it kind of melts that plastic around. What I do is I take a paint scraper and I literally just scratch that off. It'll come right off. I didn't bring it in. I should have grabbed it. So see how easy that is? It just melts right through it. You have the perfect size hole so that you can put additional petals. And I'm going to alter this whole board for y'all. I use the chisel tip. It's generally the one that comes on your wood burner. Now I'm holding it up. I'm not laying it flat on my surface so that it goes through really easy, and I'm not hurting my surface. But you can see all that smoke coming off, so those are fumes. That can make you sick. But it does not take long to alter your boards. You can use a drill if you want. A lot of people don't have drills, or their husbands won't let them have drills. But most of y'all, if you are a wreath maker and have been for a while, I know most of y'all have these wood burners. So I really wanted to show y'all how easy it was to add additional holes to your boards. Now I said I was going to do this whole board, but do y'all really need me to do this whole board? Hey, hey! Good morning, good morning. No, I don't have a fan on. So I'm not going to do this whole board, but y'all see how easy it is. Let me turn this off. To just add holes to your board. And then I should have brought it in with me, but I didn't. But a lot of times these will just peel off, but I do have a paint scraper that I go over it, and it literally just knocks these right off. Okay? Thank you for floating my boat. So let me I am gonna unplug it and move it to the kitchen, y'all. So give me 1 second so that I don't hurt anything in there. So I can lay it down on there. But while I was in there, I grabbed my paint scraper so that y'all could see literally. Now it does work easier when it's still hot. Okay. It usually comes right off. Okay, there we go. Okay. So you can just scrape all of these off. so that you still have your nice flat surface, okay? Doing funny things. Okay, so that's it. Okay, very easy, but do it outside, y'all. I only did it in here to show y'all how to do it. So while my desk is somewhat clean, I'm going to show you how to make the senna. So this is the senna I'm going to be using on this flower. I'm not adding stars to the blue. The stars are going to be in the middle. Okay, so all you're going to do is cut your fabric to size. Okay, just going to round off these corners a little bit. Now I didn't bring my hot glue gun in, which is what I use. So I'll literally have to take this back apart to finish it. But I use U-pens, and I just use some of my katas and cut them down. Okay, just like that, because you don't need those long pins. Now this is the disc from Dollar Tree. Razors, yeah, for sure, that would work. But yeah, I don't like to use razors. I slice my finger off. Okay, and so this is a disc from Dollar Tree. You just put it right down over. Bring your fabric up. And U-pin, this is where I would use glue, but I didn't bring it. And I should have cut more U-pins, but y'all will get the idea. Okay, and then just gather your edges and pin it. Now you can cut your slits, whatever you want to do. I'm not doing that, but you literally just bring it all together to make your senna. Okay, very easy. And then I use my hot glue gun, use another cut down U-pen, put the glue in there, put my pipe cleaner, and put the U-pen right in between. And you want to make sure you go in at a slant, y'all. You don't want to go up and down, because then it's easier for it to pull out, right? You want to go in at a slant. That way it doesn't just come right out, okay? I did sell that wreath. Yes, ma'am, I did. It is sold. Okay, so let's work on the altered board. I'm going to show you a couple petals before I do it. Okay, so I am using the red, white, and blue poly burlap that I cut yesterday. So I wood burned it 10 by 10. Good morning. And then I cut it in half. So we are using half a petal for our altered board. Okay, a half a petal in each one. So it looks like we're using a lot of mesh, but we're really not, because this is one petal, this is one petal, this is one petal. Okay, so all we're going to do, and this is the Rita Petal. You are. Don't overthink it. I promise. I will put the pictures of the older board and the newer board in the comments after the live, so you can see it up close and save it. Okay, so this is the half. My serged edge is always going to be on top. Now this is the point that's most important, because this is the point of the flower that you're going to see. Okay, so I try to line and get a nice point on that tip, and then just bring the rest of them together. Okay, and then I'm just going to gather it in the middle, bring my sides in, and you can clip it, band it, or put it right in the board. Okay, and then just kind of open it up. So very easy. Okay, so I'm not going to make that one any more just yet. I'll make a couple more once we get into this. Now the older boards are no longer available. I just happen to have some because when the new ones came, I just kind of put my older boards aside. All right, so as you can see, let me turn it this way so that you can see. I have used this pattern for 4 years since I started working with these boards. So I always put the blue in the upper left as you're looking at it, just like the flag. And then for this one, we're alternating the red and white all the way around. Okay, so I do have most of these petals already done for you. And we're just going to start loading them. So this is the top of your board. Just go straight down to the middle and straight over. And that's the part that I make blue. I've been using this same pattern forever. Okay, so we're going to start right up here with the blue. Stick them right in. Hello, hello. Are we able to do it on the new? Absolutely. I showed both boards, the old board and the newer board, and how you would alter them. So this one is the Patriotic one. I am going to do one with Halloween. This would look awesome with the Halloween. Now if you want, you can even do the shared hole in between if you want, and you want to add more, you would add it just like that so that you have more petals if you wanted, but it's going to be more material. What is the reason for doing this larger flower? It looks like somebody's hiding your comments or something, but I promise you I'm not hiding your comment. Just to be able to use more petals and give it a different look. Ooh, the storm's coming through again. It came through like at 3 o'clock this morning. Our power went out. I was like, ooh, glad I'm inside. Yes, I did use shared holes on the wreath yesterday. Okay, so we've got our blue in. So now I'm going to alternate. So we're going to put, I started with the red here, or white here, I'm sorry. I'm going to put the red here, and I'm hoping that it will give us kind of that swirl effect. Oh, you're so welcome. So welcome. I love all different kinds of designs, especially patriotic. Sorry, I've got a piece in there that I want. Oh, there it is. Okay. Good morning, good morning. Oh my gosh, even Jelly Bean is up. Was that first one supposed to be red? No, ma'am. Look at all my friends up this early. See, I'm not the only early bird. Oh, thanks, Roxanne. I do make wreaths on the wireframes. I do not make flowers on the wireframes. It's too much work, too much material being used. But I do work with wireframes, absolutely. But not for flowers. Yes, I started on the second row. The first row is generally for flowers, or I'm sorry, for leaves. So if I'm doing a regular sunflower, I'll add leaves to those. But on Patriotic, or anything other than a regular sunflower, I do not typically add any kind of leaves. Oh, thanks. What petal is red and white? This is the Rita Petal. This is the Rita Petal. So it looks like we're using a lot of mesh, but I promise you we're not, because these are all half petals. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and zip tie those. This is a zip tie gun. It tightens and cuts your zip ties all at once. So this is probably my #1 must-have tool. I will show you the petal again in just a second. We'll do one for the next row. Show you a petal again. Okay, so once again, a 10 by 10 cut in half. You welcome the company. So 10 by 10 cut in half, turn it over. My serged edge is always on top. Okay, so this point is the point that you're going to see that is the most the most important, because it's the part that's really going to stand out. So I don't care what it looks like down here because you're not going to see it. This is what I care about, is this point right there. Okay, and then I just line it up the rest of the way down. Scrunch right here in the middle, and then bring your edges together. And there is your Rita petal. All right, we've got one more blue. Or not one more blue, but right there. Hello, hello. Will this one have as many petals as yesterday? Yes. Well, no, I should say, because those petals were smaller, so you had to make more petals to cover your board, whereas this petal's bigger, so you don't need as many petals. But we'll do a count once I get it all on, so y'all know exactly how many pieces you need. I didn't count them as I was going, but I will give you a count. All right, one more blue for this row. But if you want, like I said, you can use the shared holes on this one and get more petals in there if you want. All right, gonna come back with our white. So see how it's given us that, that's the look I wanted. This is poly burlap. Will you answer them? Oh, okay. Y'all talking about Tina. Tina's awesome. We would all be lost without Tina, for sure. This is the Large Unique in the Creek board. Yesterday's live was just regular decomesh for the white and the blue. And then for the red, all I had was the heavily full mesh. So that was the red. So I did mix and match my mesh yesterday, but that's all right because it just gives it added texture, dimension, all those things. So I do not mind mixing meshes. But it was decomesh. Whereas this is poly burlap, so it gives you kind of a duller finish. You know, not the sparkly that decomesh gives you. But of course, you can use a bling center to bring some bling into it. But I'm just using the fabric. I don't know, honestly, where this material came from. My mama had it, and I stole it from her. Because she was going to get rid of it. I'm like, it's mine. All right. Let's finish up our blue. So I didn't steal it, actually. I just said she wasn't getting rid of it. Right, it's not a senna I typically do, but I love the simplicity of it. So not, and you'll know, I mean, I usually add stars to the blue, but I'm actually not this time. Because I'm going to put my stars in the center. Right. Right? Like, you can't get rid of that. Are you crazy? Hold on, y'all. I actually may... The one thing, y'all, we need to remember is this is just a wreath. It's not a flag. My general rule of thumb is white always goes under the blue. Everything else just falls into place, y'all. It is just a wreath. But I am actually, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do. So you can see here, I just did the sets. So I am going to go back and we're going to do the shared right here in the center. Okay. So let me add some more zip ties. Just like that. That's what I want. Yep, if you look at the flag, the blue, the white is always under the blue. And I will turn this over again when I'm done so you see exactly what I'm doing. for my zip tie. Red. So sometimes when you get here to the center, it is a little bit easier sometimes to leave those zip ties open. I know, I am. I'm a perfectionist. Like I'm a little OCD, y'all. If you're new to watching me, know that now. I have OCD. Good morning from Facebook. I thought that's what I saw. I was like, what? I did not just see that. But you did. The zip ties do start to get in my way though. Right, let's get a white. We need to make another white. Hey Johnny, are you still in there? Yeah. Can you bring me there's some mesh on the counter. The red, white, and blue mesh. Can you bring me that stack? Okay, so just bring one side over, pinch it in the middle, bring your two edges over. It's over on the far side, that stack of red, white, and blue mesh. I think I'm gonna need one more white, so I'm having my son, it should be under that board right there, right in front of you. Underneath that flat board. Sorry, y'all. All right, so white. I wasn't counting on using the shared holes. That's why I didn't have enough with me, but it's all right. Red. Another white. So this is perfect, so I'll be able to show you what I do. All right, my cutta is in the other room, but anyway, so you're going to have the serged edge on your upper right, upper left and bottom right. So we're going to take and cut right down the middle. Now I don't have my cutter right here, so I am going to use scissors so I don't have to leave the room again, but y'all use your rotary cutter. But scissors can be used in a pinch. Okay, just like that. So it gives you your 2 pieces. Okay, so so if you do that layout, your serge edge will always be on the top. Okay, and then scrunch in the middle, bring your edges together, just like that. All right, so this one's white. So we need one more, y'all, one more. And this one's going to be red. So I need one more petal. You won't go blind, I promise. Yes, I did use my wood burner to cut these. All right, woo! There we go, y'all. Okay, and then for the center, I'm just using this one I made. And now is the hard part because you got to find those holes. So here's what the back looks like. So I'm finding these 2 holes right in the middle. Actually, let me find my needle's in the kitchen too. A lot of mesh in here, y'all. There we go. Whew, got it. When you're using the UITC board, do you put the UITC on the side you're putting the petals? Well, now it doesn't matter because now the new boards, the logo and everything and the numbers are on the side that you decorate on. So it doesn't matter. All right. There you go. Now normally I would put the stars on the blue, but I'm not even going to do that because we've got these gorgeous stars right in the middle. So we don't need to Really, I mean, you can if you want. But there you go. All right, so that's how you modify a board, y'all. I'll get these petals. Some of them are kind of wonky. I need to get them straightened out. So if you missed it, I showed you in the beginning, you'll have to go back and watch the replay, how to modify your own boards. No, the center was not decoupaged. It was just, it's just fabric. But I did that in the beginning of the video as well. So you can go watch the video again and I show you how to alter your boards. I will post the pictures of where you alter them on the older board and the newer board in the comments after the live. All right. So let's do a petal count before we get out of here. So for the blue, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 blue. Now remember, it's 20 blue, but they're half pieces, so you only need 10 pieces of blue, y'all. 10 pieces cut in half to give you the 20. For white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 white, which means you need 13 petals, right? Because we cut them in half. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 red, which so you need 11 petals. So really, I mean, it looks like we used a ton of mesh, but we really, if somebody kept up with those numbers, we probably used maybe a roll total or just over a roll, because most of the time you get 36 petals per roll, right? The petal count from yesterday, I posted on yesterday's picture. Oh, you're welcome. So, okay, Tina Kelly did it because she's awesome. So 20, oh, so 43. Oh, where'd it go? So 54 petals. So a roll and a half. A roll and a half. So if you have a roll of red, white, and blue, you should be able to make 2 of these wreaths with 1 roll of red, white, and blue. Okay? All right, that's all I got for y'all. What is today? Today's Wednesday. So VIP, I still will not see you tonight. That's tomorrow night. Who says you were making the Dean Michael petal? Yeah. All right, y'all have an amazing day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye, y'all.